Can the Luna price avoid a fall into the crypto abyss, or is it going to be saved at the current levels? So what we've seen in Luna over the last couple of days is something quite interesting. Now what I want to show you guys, this is on the 1 hour chart for Luna, and you can see that we had this big push towards the upside, and then we had a cool off, and now we had another push further on. And I want to draw your attention to something else, which is the market cycle. Okay, so obviously this is like a textbook market cycle, but it shows the different emotions at different levels through the market. What we had in Luna, as well as like Solana last year, etc., was going and building up to this euphoria phase. We had a push down, and then we dumped into complacency. Now I don't want to alarm you about what is happening in the Luna price, but I want to show you this part of the chart, and I want to pay attention to what comes after this complacency area. And that is, if we look at this, you know, guys, this is pretty much the perfect market cycle, right? We had a build, a little drop, and then our final push towards the blow off top. And now we've got this little sort of dip, and then we came into this complacency phase. And what was the key giveaway in this complacency phase was this rising wedge towards the upside, and it pretty much perfectly broke as we expected that it would. Now, rising wedges don't always 100% of the time have to break towards the upside, but you know, most of the time that they do. So once we're sort of sat at these levels up here and we're not pushing beyond this line, it's pretty clear that we're going to go in one direction as the buyers lose momentum and we start to get sellers taking over. And if we get all the way down here, we're going to probably push through, especially as we'd already sort of knocked on this level 4 times asking before, so it was always going to likely push towards the downside. But we have hit a key level here, and what we did put in was a W pattern, which is ultimately a bullish pattern towards the upside. But what you can see is we did come back down to retest this level of support, but we have currently broken it. So if this red candle here on the 1 hour is unable to close above 88.41, which is pretty much the bottom of this previous green candle, we're going to have an engulfing pattern and likely going to continue to push towards the downside. So what is the target, the likely target for this Luna chart? Well, guys, we want to take this top all the way to the bottom here. That will then, we can move it down to our breakout position. And that will give us our price target. There you can see down at $77. But now before you run away and panic and sell all of your crypto, I want to show you something else. Looking at the Fibonacci. Now often when we have a swing up and then a retrace down, we go down to the 0.618 on the other side, we go up to the 1.618. And that you can see here being the 0.618. Now ultimately we didn't come completely down, but we did come pretty close towards touching it. We then broke back up through the 0.5, which again is providing us with a good bit of support. And ultimately, guys, if we're able to maintain support here, then we could actually be looking at a slightly different situation in which we will then be looking to push back towards these levels, which will be around the $94 level. And if we're able to break past $94, then our next target will be up towards all-time highs around $104. So what is our indication right now of whether we're going to see that is pretty much this red candle, guys. If this red candle closes below $88, then in my opinion, we're going to push down to $77 minimum. If, however, we're able to have a red candle close above that line, and ideally above the 382, which is above $89, then in my opinion, you're going to be up retesting these levels here at around $93, $94. And ultimately, if we can manage to push through, that will continue to the upside. So yes, it can go up and it can go down. Pay attention to exactly what's happening with that candle right now in the next hour or so, because it's going to be a really good indicator about what is going to happen. Hope you've enjoyed this Luna update. Please leave down below any coins that you would like to be covered. As well as that, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new to the channel, then subscribe. See you soon. Bye-bye.